When President Trump abandoned North Carolina for having too many safety rules for a convention, Florida stepped up. Now, with Florida's cases skyrocketing, the Republican National Committee is making the kind of planning change they would have had to make in Charlotte anyway. Today, the RNC said it's limiting the crowd to the delegates who'll be casting votes. That's still thousands of people. But Duval County, where Jacksonville is, had more than 14,000 cases as of yesterday. They've had 89 deaths so far. 54 hospitals in the state have no room in their intensive care units. But there's no statewide mask mandate, and the governor insists the state will not shut down again.
We're not going back, closing things. I don't think that really is what's driving it. I mean, people going to business is not what's driving it.
The chairman of the Duval County Republican Party is organizing thousands of volunteers to help at the convention, which he insists will be safe. Do you think that it is responsible to have this convention come here if Florida still is seeing a rise in cases like we've seen in the last 7 days?
Well, a number of the positive test results have been reported, but not the negative test results. And the case fatality rate in Florida continues to decline. And that seems to be an inexorable truth.
Sure, but there are a lot of people that are still dying from this, though.
The pandemic is a tragedy. It is a worldwide tragedy. And yet, we cannot cease to conduct business. We cannot all crawl under a rock. We just can't shut down. If we shut down, the resulting famine that would have to result eventually would kill far more people than the pandemic ever would.
So you think that even if the cases do continue to rise here, we will see this convention happen in Jacksonville?
I believe that Florida will get a handle on the pandemic. I think it's not a question of whether that will happen. I believe that will happen.
Just 20 minutes from the convention venue is one of only 3 places in the country that's been deemed a federal surge testing site because of what the Health and Human Services Department describes as a, quote, recent and intense level of new cases and hospitalizations related to the ongoing outbreak. Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried is the highest-ranking Democrat in Florida, and she thinks this is all a bad idea.
We have other priorities here in the state, and that's the safety of our citizens. And the reality is that this is not the message that we want to be sending to the state and to our citizens and to the country and to the world. Everybody's watching Florida right now. It's only asking for additional spread. This will be a super spreader event for sure, regardless of when it's happening at this point. And it would be very irresponsible and deadly and dangerous at worst.
Despite a resurgence of coronavirus across the country and more than 137,000 dead, Black thinks that voters won't see a candidate trying to outspin it. They'll hear his message.
President Trump built the most powerful economy America has ever seen. And then, due to no fault of his own, coronavirus descended across the land and it destroyed or severely damaged the economy that he had built and made strong. And now, he is in the process of rebuilding that economy. Having built the economy and restored it to greatness once before, he is the best man to do it again. And that message is going to get out there. And we're going to win in November.